Have you seen this?" DC Scott Andrews entered the desolate murder room. Someone, probably Rory, had stuck a handmade sign reading Marie Celeste over the top of the door. He showed Sian the latest edition of the local newspaper that named the victims of the shooting. "I wondered why the phones had been busy," she said, scanning the article. "Who is Alex Winstanley? Should we be worried about him?" "I've no idea. I haven't met him. He's new, so it sounds like he's trying to make a name for himself." "Could be dangerous. Did you get anywhere with the door-to-door statements?" "I did." For the past hour, Scott had been through every statement given by the neighbours of the Craven and Hardaker family. The Cravens are a quiet family. They like to keep themselves to themselves, apparently. A couple of the neighbours have said how polite and well-behaved the kids are. Most of them tend to talk more about Martin Craven than they do Lois. He's always with the children, taking them out, driving them wherever they want to go. Lois is usually spotted on her own. Not the motherly type, then? It would appear not. One of the neighbours, Ava Charles, said she got the impression Martin and Lois were living separate lives. What gave her that impression? You never see them together. Lois goes to work, goes out with her mates, and comes home at any time. Martin has a routine and deals with the kids. She says you could set your watch by him. I wonder if Martin knew about Lois's affair with Kevin Hardaker then. It's possible. Rory has just been speaking to Jack Craven. According to him, Lois has had affairs in the past. Either Martin knew about Kevin and the others and just let her get on with it, or he finally snapped. Exactly. Something to think about. I'll let Matilda know, see where she wants to go with this. What about the Hardakers? This is more interesting. According to the woman who lives 2 doors down, he looked in his notebook, a Mrs. Monica Bryce Owens, Alice has a brother and sister. The sister is all right, but the brother comes round at all hours of the day and night. He's often drunk and shouting. She says he's been in prison a few times. I've looked him up, and Lucas Branning has been in the nick 3 times, twice for burglary and once for car theft and drink driving. Any history of violence? Well, he's not been charged with any violent behaviour, but if he's responsible for these latest burglaries, then I'd say he has a short fuse, to say the least. I tell you what, go and see Faith in CID. She's working on these burglaries. They'll have been looking into everyone with a history of burglary, and that means Lucas Branning will have come up. Get a background on him and we'll take it from there. Will do. As he was leaving the room, Sian called out, Good work, Scott, well done. That brightened up his young face. He smiled, and there was a spring in his step as he left the room. DC Faith Easter had once been a part of the murder investigation team. She was brought in by acting DCI Ben Hales, who was filling in while Matilda was away. At first, she enjoyed being part of an elite team, and she was happy to be eased in gently. Her first case was a suspicious death at an 18th birthday party. After a short investigation, a young man admitted to spiking the drink of a girl he allegedly loved, and that was that. He handed himself in, answered every question put to him, and was sent to court. Case closed. It was the Harkness case last winter that had been the real shocker for Faith. A 20-year-old cold case and a current murder case. Tensions in the office on Matilda's return, and the acting DCI changing personality overnight. He had been a mild-mannered, hard-working boss, until Matilda came back. He was dedicated, commanded respect, and he'd received it, especially from Faith. But the threat of Matilda retaking her position as the head of the murder room had turned him into a tyrant and a bully. Faith made errors during the investigation and had questioned her position in the team. She didn't make any rash decisions and made sure she pulled her weight until the case was solved. Then she had asked to be transferred back to CID. Now she was back in CID, a small fish in a very large pond, and she was content with her work. Scott entered the open-plan office and headed over to her.